Welcome to Chasing Growth. Today we're going to talk about environment. Leaders are environment creators. There's nobody else responsible for the environment, just the leader is the one responsible for a good environment, for a good culture. There's no bad team, there's no bad culture, there's no bad environment, there's only bad leaders. When you're a leader and you know this, you know you want to create a good environment and you do things, for example, defining the environment that you want to have, an environment of urgency, trust. You also may change some things related to the company, work schedule, more flexibility, dress code. And all those things are great when you're working on it. But there's one thing that you have to do, and you have to, as a leader, you have to commit yourself to insert this in your environment. And that is to create an environment where people feel safe and feel protected by you. Many leaders fail to do this for the lack of clarity on defining what is a win? What is that thing that people need to achieve? What is that thing that people come every day to do? The what? What are we going to do today? What is the specific thing we're supposed to do? When people receive this very clear, they know how to decide what is important, what is not, how can choose a project, what projects can wait. When they don't have this, they don't really know what they're doing. They're just doing a bunch of tasks. Everything is important. And when everything is important, nothing is important. So you have to define very clear what is that what they're supposed to do. That thing they're gonna do every day, they're gonna be the north for them to become better and achieve success in what they're doing. When you clarify that, maybe with a one sentence job description or a little sentence that explain what it is they're supposed to do every day, they will feel so much confident doing their job, and they will come and they will try to achieve it. When you clarify that, you're creating a safe place, a place where people feel protected because they know what is expected. When they do it, when they reach that goal, when they achieve what you expect them to achieve, you have to celebrate. You have to celebrate in public because you will confirm, you will repeat this, and people will know that that's the important thing to do. That's the what. So you have to, again, celebrate, affirm this with words, and people will know it. However, there will be people who actually doesn't reach the goal, doesn't achieve the what, is not winning. You also have to acknowledge this, but you have to do it in private. And I would like to do it in a 3 steps process, not 3 strikes, no strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, 3-step process. The first step for this process is a simple conversation. A conversation where I can remind people why we're here, why we're in the company, what is that we're supposed to do. And also that give me the opportunity to ask them if everything is okay personally. Many times when people is not performing, it's because they're experiencing problems at home, financially, different things like that. Even if they're experiencing something, you still got to be very clear that the job needs to be done. The what need to be achieved. The win need to be reached. So, and you cannot talk in things that are not clear, have to be tangible, have to be very specific. And they got to leave that conversation knowing that such a specific things in such a specific time has to be reached. Many times people have that conversation and that's it. And if that's the case, great. We don't have to bring it back again. But sometimes people will continue having the problem. What do you do then? The step number 2, you bring them in. You remind them that you already talked to them, and you put on paper what they need to do now. Maybe an email, a follow-up of the conversation saying, this is what I'm asking you. Many people, again, will take that very seriously and they will do it. Some others will fail again. When that happens, you have to bring them back in. And at this point, have to be a warning, a performance plan, something that is clearly defined what's going to happen if they don't do what they're supposed to do. And that can be termination, for example. When you do that, and they have the opportunity to read and understand all these items they're supposed to be responsible for, goals, and all the things that you want them to accomplish, they will have to acknowledge this. And after that, if they don't do it, you have to let them go. You have to protect your culture, your environment. Now, this one aspect of this is a little more difficult. What happens when somebody, you're trying to create an environment, you're trying to create a safe place, you're explaining the culture, you're explaining all the things, you're also explaining what is a win, the what, and you have somebody who's achieving the goals, but still is going against the culture. I personally have two steps for that. The first step, the conversation. Hey, that is not welcome here. That's not how we do things here. That need to change. If the person doesn't change, immediately later another conversation, and that conversation, it will be a conversation to ask the person to leave. Culture, people is too valuable for you to do nothing. So you have to set these things so clear so people know that you're on their side. So people can come to work knowing they can do a good job and be celebrated. But at the same time, people deserve to know when they're not doing well. People deserve to know when they're not performing. And this needs to be done quickly. You cannot wait. If you're a leader who struggles with this, find help, because it's the worst damage that you can do an environment. Try to put things under the rug and not talk about it and not address them. You're the leader. People expect from you. The rest of the team expect that from you. They know that person is not doing a good job. They know they need to be addressed. You have to address it. So those two aspects are probably the more basic thing to start building a culture of where people feel safe and protected, so people know what to expect. The bottom line is that you have to be clear about their job and what they need to do. And second, you need to be very clear of what happened when that is not done. No surprises. No people be surprised on a Monday morning showing up to work and out of the blue they don't have a job. When people feel that way, and they don't, I'm telling you, they're not sleeping well, they're not performing well, they're not gonna give you all their talents and all their skills for the mission that you have, because they're afraid. When you are clear, we have what you present to them what is clear, very clear about what is a win, what is the goal, what is the job to do, and then you explain very clearly what happened when not, people will deal with that very well. And I'm telling you, that's the beginning of a healthy environment, a good culture. Not having that, people will be afraid. And your job number one is to create a place where people feel protected by you. Thank you for watching. Email to the email that you can see on the screen, and also subscribe. And if you have questions, feel free to also text me to the number on the screen, and I will be happy to talk about the different topics that you're texting about. Thank you for watching Chasing Growth.